dungeon. AID chat. There we are. So, dressed as the mermaid that we are playing in our story. We tried earlier and we had some performance issues with the AI. And Rain just informed me in chat that it does seem to be working again. So, we're gonna try it. We're just gonna hop right into it. Story-wise, we are a mermaid princess that has discovered a corpse at the beach that she likes to go to. I'm just gonna do a quick read of what has happened so far. Yeah, I guess why not? Let me get into the zone because it's a little dark in the beginning. Okay, let's switch to main. Yeah, that'll do better. During your usual free time swim, you notice something unusual. Parts of a shipwreck litter the floor of your favorite coral reef. You swim a little closer out of curiosity, and that's when you see it. The flotsam of a shipwreck, nearly right in front of you. With your curiosity getting the better of you, you decide to investigate and move up to what remains of the wreckage. Among the usual wreckage, you notice a human body, or at least what's left of one. It's very hard to tell because parts of the corpse are severely damaged. Most of its skin has burned off, and the smell is overpowering. Gagging a little, you shake your head and swim past it. You gulp at the sight of many other equally mangled bodies and body parts dotting the scene before you. Your eyes fall down at your favorite colorful coral reef. The contrast of the aquatic life of fish, coral, and algae starkly clashes with the tragedy that must have transpired here. The beautiful colors of your once lovely coral reef feel tainted. A school of little fish swim around you, completely oblivious to the loss of life. An overwhelming feeling of loss and despair washes over you, like a heavy fog as you continue on. You look at the damage some of the pieces of the shipwreck has caused on the reef. You swim in that area for a little longer and think. The dangers for ships in this area are clear. The warm climate makes it prone to monsoons and storms. Sometimes the swift changes in weather even surprises you, and you live under the water. Beautiful rock cliff formations and shallow waters make for a most perilous journey for any type of vessel that dares approach this area. Some time passes as you wander through the wreckage and look at the things that have broken away from the ship. The thick salty water burns your nostrils as you survey the sea. It's quite a devastating sight, but the thought of any survivors crosses your mind. You pause for a moment. But then you decide to continue on your day. It's not any of your concern. It shouldn't be, at least. That's what everyone else would say. The water here is still warm and inviting, so you decide to head to a small coral reef nearby where you always enjoy time for yourself. The palace is always bustling with activities, so getting a break from all that can be a nice pace of change of pace. Sitting on a rock at the edge of the reef, you spend some time contemplating the events of your day. The occasional glimpses of blue and yellow fish swimming by is enough to put a smile on your face as usual, though. Your eyes follow them as they swim around you, and closer to the edge of the water. They seem a little more daring than usual. Some are even close enough for you to touch. That's when it happens. You see something in the waters near the reef that is not a fish. A person is floating in the water. You freeze at the sight, unsure of what to do. You watch as the waves push the body closer to the edge of the reef. As if drawn by a strange force, you decide to investigate. You move to the edge, staring curiously at this body that has landed on your favorite beach. It's a younger man, from what you can tell. His skin is fair, and his long hair partially covering his face. Is he still breathing? You cannot tell. In your head, you hear the warning teachings of your parents and your best friend of the past years. Never, under any circumstances, intervene with the affairs of humans. Oh, will you shut up already? I will do as I please. I'm a princess, after all. You huff under your breath to banish them from your mind as you shake your head, your pink hair flopping through the air as the pearl strands adorning your neck and head rattle softly. As you stare at the stranger's face, you can't help but take note of his beautiful features. His full lips and aristocratic cheekbones are quite mesmerizing. Indeed, he would look very nice, if only his face wasn't so disfigured at the moment. What in all holy places have you gotten yourself into? This young man could be dangerous. You know almost nothing about him except that he is a human. You've heard all the stories, of course, stories of humans burning and drowning merfolks alike in the name of their god, Darius. You can't help yourself, and you move closer, hardly able to breathe as you look at him. His eyes are still closed, and he's still just as unconscious as he was before. You open your mouth to call out to him, but find that you're unable to make a sound. This feeling in your chest, though, it's a strange one. It is the same thing that happens when you talk to humans from a distance. You feel nervous. Your palms get all sweaty and your heartbeat quickens. You shouldn't interact with him, but you find yourself moving the hair from his forehead anyway. The anticipation inside you builds as your fingers touch his skin. Your head snaps back and you let out a small gasp. He's still warm. You lean back in the water, holding your hand that touched his skin to your chest, and nervously glance around. You know no one else is around, but you can't help yourself. Then you lean in again. As you bite your lip, you gently flip his body on his back. You huff at the motion and look down at him. Holding your own breath, your eyes watch his chest rise and fall, ever so gently. This means he's truly alive? A million thoughts enter your head at the moment. What would your parents say? What would Neru say? What would your ancestors think of you? Blinking nervously down at his unconscious shape, you think of your options. He probably swallowed quite a bit of water. Would pushing his stomach help? You ponder as you weigh the chances. You nod to yourself, trying to gather your courage. You lean over him and put both hands on his chest, where his lungs are. You nervously stare at his face as you do so. You feel your chest push against his as you try to move your own body to force the water from his lungs. His heart beats faster than ever. Using all the force in your body, you close your eyes, trying to drown out all the thoughts in your head and focus on the task at hand. Do it! Do it! You think as hard as you can. You hear some coughing. You quickly lean back, watching his face carefully. Your eyes widen at the sight of his skin changing colors. He seems to be turning purple as you watch. You quickly... A quick gasp escapes your lips as you realize you are being too rough of him. You quickly lean back over him, putting your hands back on his chest. His skin now has a bluish tint to it as the coughing grows louder. A horrible sound emerges from his throat as he starts to vomit water all over himself and the floor. Moving in closer again, you quickly help him by turning his head sideways. There you go. You hastily move some hair that stuck to his face, your hands shaking as you do so. You whisper in encouragement, "Keep spitting it out." You cringe at the wet sound of more vomiting fills your ears. It doesn't seem to be stopping either. He keeps heaving and you wince as some of the vomit sprays on you as well. A groan escapes your lips as you watch him writhe in pain. You find yourself patting his back, hoping it will ease his suffering a bit. You watch with wide eyes as he continues to empty the water from his lungs. Wow, it just doesn't seem to end, does it? You whisper to yourself as you watch, then quickly realize that you did so. Taking a hold of his shoulder, you keep patting him gently. There's no way there's much more water left inside of you. Just keep going. You reassure him. After a few moments of constant movement, he stops and takes in a deep breath. His body relaxes as you sit back and watch him catch his breath. A sigh of relief leaves your lips at the sight of him opening his eyes. He looks up at you with a tired gaze as you quickly look away. Why is your heart pounding so much? After he sits there for a moment, patting his chest and sighing, he turns to look at you, worry in his eyes. "You saved me," he whispers. And just like that, your heartbeat increases again, the sound of it almost deafening. With a shaky hand, you nervously pull some of your pink hair behind your pointy ears, shrugging your shoulder at his words. You whisper, I didn't do much. His face turns into a smirk. The sight heats your cheeks. Your gazes meet and you note the color of his eyes, a deep shade of blue that seems to suck you in. You lean forward, your face only inches from his. You freeze in position, not realizing what you're doing. The silence between the two of you is almost deafening. The awkwardness sets in as you pull your head back with a confused expression on your face. His eyes pierce into your own. He smiles at you and says, I'll remember that for next time. You don't know what that means. You fumble for words, trying to find anything to say. Next time? It's all you can manage to say at this point. He nods and sits up suddenly, causing you to move backwards. You cast a nervous glance up at him as you support your weight on your arms beside you. You feel your whole body tense up, moving your shimmering long mermaid tail a little closer to the rest of it. He starts laughing, a chuckle that grows louder as the seconds pass by. I'm sorry, he says through his giggles. It's just, he continues laughing. You scowl at him. What is he talking about? I really did think I was a goner there for a second. His chuckles died down into a small giggle. If you hadn't saved me, I would have died. His words bring back the sight of the devastation on the coral reef. Lifeless pale bodies intertwined with the dazzling array of elegant sea whips and fans. The usually bright and cheerful visions speckled with the gruesome images of the dead. A pain strikes your heart as you think about it. Apparently it's working, sorry. Their lives taken before their time, even if they were just humans. The tightness in your chest increases. He sits quietly for a moment, looking you over. I thought you were a mermaid, he says with a chuckle, breaking the awkward silence that had begun to form. The blood drains from your face as you hear his words. You realize the angle and the large amount of your unnaturally long hair is covering your lack of legs. You wince as you feel yourself blush profusely. You frantically try to push yourself backwards, sliding back down towards the water. You just need to get away from him. And now we see if the AI is truly working or not. I will cry if it stops working again. No, it's working. Uh-oh. You feel yourself being yanked back, almost causing you to fall into the water. His strong arms lift you up, holding you in the air as you struggle to escape. He pulls you up onto the sand and sits you down in front of him. You cover your face with your hands, your blush still growing on your face. You have nothing to be embarrassed about, he says with a chuckle. I didn't realize... Wait, okay. The last part. He says with a chuckle. Okay. Okay. You stutter. Okay. Now I need to think about writing again. Okay. Oh man, what? Don't look, you yell. No. I'm sorry. I'm too excited because it's working. Let's see. What would she say? Let me fix the camera a little bit too. Let's see. This doesn't sit right anymore. So, gasp. Don't look. And try to. Alright, we'll just go with don't look. I don't know what else I would say right now. Let's see. Okay, that's okay. I kind of like it. Okay, so you gasp. Don't look. His chuckle grows into a laugh as he replies, "Why not? It's nothing I haven't seen before." Your curiosity gets the best of you, and your hands drop to look at him. His eyes are fixated on you. Your ears droop as you realize you have been caught. He continues to stare at you. His face shows that he's waiting for you to say something. Do you like what you see? He's. I like it. Okay, I don't like how my camera's sitting though. I need to change that. Yeah, that looks better. Num 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 num. Do you like what you see? I also don't know if I want him to say it's nothing I haven't seen before. Well, I guess he could be talking about fishtails, right? Also, I'm missing my rings because I got so upset that AI Dungeon was not working a little bit ago that I took off half of my shit. Okay, so we got my ring back. So he asks if we like what we see. You freeze. You free. Oh, man. A stutter is all you can manage in response. What? What? Do you like what you see? Like, what? Who says that? It's like, I'm a mermaid. You can't just ask me. Okay. Oh, no. You quickly cover your eyes with your hands again and look away in embarrassment. I can't write embarrassment. Oh yeah, I can write it on the second try. So you quickly cover your eyes with your hands again and look away in embarrassment. Drawing your tail closer to yourself. You shrink away from his gaze. Maybe that'll do something. So she's just like, don't look at me. Don't look at me at all. No, AI, what? No, I swear to God, do not do this again. Although, even if we just got 2 sentences, they were pretty good. They were pretty good. Alright, however, you can't resist, and you peek back at him from between your fingertips. Come on, game. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna drink a Diet Coke now. Did we really just have a moment of clarity for it to die again? Oh. He chuckles as he watches you, his face only a few centimeters from your own. You don't know what to do. What does he want from you? Do you want me to leave? He asks. You quickly shake your head and mutter, no. Right, oh no. No, I don't think that works. That does not truly work here. So we're gonna have to change that. He's awfully chipper already for being like just back to life, right? Considering it all. What could we do? We're gonna command him to put me back in the water. As she stutters nervously as she continues to cover her face. While pointing at the what is it? The waves washing over the beach sand with the other. All right, that'll work. Let's see. Oh no, what? His lips are almost upon your own. You feel the sand beneath you begin to shift as his hands draw closer and closer to your face. No, he's not kissing you. No. No, we're not doing that. No, that's too forward. No. We're gonna bring in what we got yesterday. She does not give him a blowy. No, don't say that. That's not what you do on the beach when you rescue somebody. No. Stop it. That's not what we're here for. I'm gonna do the... Oh no, it's not. Come on. Don't let me down. No. No, he's not cutting me and tickling me. I'll read it out in a second. I gotta like reorganize this in my head as I type it before I can really read it out. So I apologize for the silence. Apologies. This is taking me a moment to make it good. A moment, a minute. What is this hair called? Like, what would you call it? Bang? Side bang? Oh, thanks for following, Homer Batman. It's super appreciated. Let me open this so I can hear stuff. Okay. So, I didn't punch it. I unplugged the iPhone earphones that I was using to listen music to because I did not hear the pop-up of the follow. So I want to hear the notifications, but don't want to have the earphone thing in. Anyway, so Almost ready, my loves. Almost. Sorry. Alright, let's see. Okay, I think, let me read through it. Okay, so, while it loads, finally, so, his lips are almost upon your own. You feel the sand beneath you begin to shift as his hands draw closer and closer to your face. You can almost feel them upon your own. Suddenly, the sun's reflection glints on the dagger in his hands. Frozen in fear, you watch as it draws close to your face. His hand continues moving closer to your face, the dagger almost upon you. With a shriek, you flinch back and close your eyes. In an instant, you hear all the warnings from your family, friends, and teachings. We told you so! The movement of his arms is barely audible over the sound of the ocean. You hear the noise of the dagger cutting through the air. You prepare for the end, but it doesn't come. Then there's a slight pull on the hair that grows just above your left ear, and the sound of its edge cutting through the fibers of your unnaturally pink hair. Gasp. Air. And that's what I want him to do, okay? That's from yesterday, and I want to keep it. He has a hair fetish. No, he needs proof that he fucking saw a mermaid. Doesn't that make sense? He's like, I almost died. This can't be real. That's why he wants the hair. But the AI is like, no, I don't understand this either. It's just as confused as you. And maybe he does have a hair fetish. You know what? Don't shame him for his hair fetish. Oh no, he cut all of it? No. No, AI, stop. No. The AI says I'm wearing a wig. No, that's so mean. No. Dissing me, AI. I don't like it. That's so rude. James, hi. Thank you for joining. Okay, he stares back with an eyebrow raised, an amused smile upon his face. In one hand is your hair, and in the other is the sharp dagger. It's the sharp dagger dripping with water. Why is it dripping with water? I guess he was in the water too, so I guess. Bring a hand to the cut lock. To what is left of your lock? To feel the, what would you call it? Feel fiber. The ends between your fingertips. You stare at it before you meet his gaze. Mouth gape. Alright. Hi. Yeah, it's AI Dungeon, and when it works, it's amazing. We've been having horrible issues yesterday and tonight, so fingers crossed that it keeps giving us good responses. But yeah, sky is the limit with AI Dungeon. It is crazy. People like Rain use it for horrible, not safe for work stuff. I mean, not horrible, but you know what I mean. You can do anything. You can format it how you want it. You can write how you want it. It's wild. It's aidungeon.io. You can play it on web, and you can play it on apps on Google Play Store and on iOS. I've been playing since the beginning of July non-stop. I have put too many hours into this, and it's mind-blowingly amazing. I love it. I'm never gonna buy another book. I'm just gonna play books every single day of my life from now on. No, he doesn't drop it in the water. No. Okay, so he has it in his hand still. You do nothing but blink at him. What is wrong with this guy? His laugh bellows throughout the beach, almost matching that of the sea itself. He reaches for you again. No, I want him to tie it. What could he tie it? He reaches for his... Oh, he has his own! Oh, he has long hair. He reaches one hand behind his neck and pulls the ribbon tying his own hair forward. Carefully tie the lock. Oh, I love it. I love this shit. It's on iOS. Yeah, I was wondering the same. Considering that I do rate that kind of stuff for work, I was wondering the same thing. I guess it's because it's kind of like a web browser. They don't host it in the app itself. Maybe that's why? I don't know. Oh shit, I should have made my character say something. What could she say? Yeah, we need to say something. We're not throwing seashells yet. She's too confused still. She's like, what is happening? Like, what? She's like, I was gonna die. Oh, I wrote typing. That's why it is. I'm stupid. No, let me fix. AI is like tying your lock with this ribbon. Come on. No, AI, no. Vinny broke it. He fixed it and he broke it. Yeah, I see it. It's promoted too. It's on. Yeah. Oh, he looks up from his work and stares into your eyes. He pauses for a moment before returning to his task. Your eye twitches as you stare back at him, your heart still pounding. He seems to have ignored the question completely. He just keeps tying the ribbon in place. You stare? So, we are making it so that now, from confusion, she gets angry. She's gonna be like, the fuck are you doing? Oh, Riptide. So your confusion turns to slight offense, then annoyance. How dare this human do this to you? You are a princess. This is an indignity. As you start to stand. What? He. Oh, might know what? I'm confused by what I got back. Let's see. Alright, she's gonna say, how dare. How dare. There we go. Yes, I like that. So, you are a princess. This is an indignity. How dare you start to build up your posture as as you start to build up your posture, he looks up from his work triumphantly and smiles at you. The smile is so charming your words trail off, unable to finish your sentence. I think I kind of wrote that wrong though, so it's a little bit confusing to it maybe. I should have, and maybe I need to fix it. Yeah, it's missing. Oh, okay. No, now it's changing its eye and hair color. Okay, I've got to fix that. Okay, first I need to fix it. No, I don't know. I don't want that part anymore. We said he has blue eyes. And he has blonde hair. I like the part that I highlighted here. But it's not. But yeah. Right? It's wild. The game is crazy. It's insane. And if you just download the phone or the regular web version, it has two different AI systems. It's Griffin, which is like the basic free one, and then Dragon. I'm playing with Dragon, and the responses are mind-blowingly better. Griffin is kind of like the stupid brother of Dragon. But man, Dragon is... It's beautiful. Eh, see what happens. And like I said, today it has some issues with how good it's working, as it doesn't know what to say. Griffin right now doesn't seem to be having the same issues, so it's working a lot better. But you can just hit enter non-stop and it will come up with a whole story for you too. Alright. What? Rain! Thank you. Thank you. How would you say that? No. I don't know what I'm the princess of. That's why I have to have him cut me off. Usually when the AI is working really well, I would just have it finish that sentence for me, but I'm not gonna try. I'm already probably risking it by saying he cuts you off. Because it can complete your sentences. Or even like words sometimes. It'll finish them. I'm just gonna have to keep refreshing. It's not happy. Mm. Mm. There we go. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Good answer. I'll give it that. Okay, so how dare you do this to me? I'm the princess of. He cuts you off with another chuckle. I'm sure you are, princess. It is most certainly true, you squeak indignantly as you cover your chest with your hands. I'm the princess of the seven. You falter as he watches you with a tilted head. Then you let out a frustrated groan. You're mocking me again. Your words ring with annoyance and indignation. You. Okay, now we're tossing seashells. Now we're tossing shit. That's it. That's it. God, it's so good when it works. Mm. Let's see. Come on, AI. Please. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. Come on. Yeah, maybe that. Is it telling him to stop smiling because he's just laughing? Maybe that'll help it along. But yeah, usually this shit works like butter normally. It's just tonight and yesterday it's, I don't know. They're saying that GPT-3 or whatever server's not happy. That's what they're saying. But it's not AI Dungeon's fault apparently. It's what the system's based on. That's what the Discorders claim. So good when it works. So sad when it doesn't. No, no, answer. And this answer's bad. No. When did I stumble upon it? I found it on 4chan in the beginning of July, to be honest. That's where I found it. That's where the good shit hides. Oh no, what have I done? No. I didn't mean to do that. No. Let me... Alright, let's restart this. Flip. No, flip. It's me again. Does everything work? Yeah, it works. No. Okay. Viet and James together. Old peoples reunites. No, come on, game. No. It gave me an answer and I was not happy with it. And now I have to suffer through it. Ah. Alright, he watches as the sand clump falls short of his face before turning back to you, smiling still. You begin to gather more sand in your hands to throw at him when he suddenly grabs your wrists. Your breathing increases as he stares into your eyes and speaks. What are you afraid of? You're shocked into silence as you stare at him. What does he mean? How can he ask such a bizarre question so casually? Does he not know who I am? Okay, that last part I'm like, Okay, so, you are shocked into silence as you stare back at him. What does he mean? How can he ask such a bizarre question so casually? You are truly speechless. Your eyes meet his, then you nod at his body before you nod down to yourself, making sure to look at your mermaid tail. You motion your hands along the sides of it, and then up to your hair, and finally the crown on your head. He squints his eyes in thought. Oh wait, actually, he watches you in confusion as you mime everything out, finishing with a shrug. He squints his eyes in thought as he brings a hand to his chin. He looks up at the sky for a moment before looking back at you. He stares into your eyes for a long moment before asking a question of his own. Why are you dressed like that? You give him a flat look, taken aback by his forwardness to come up with an answer. Oh man. Oh man. I love this. This is great. Alright, let's just... Actually, maybe that's not such a good answer. Yeah, I told Rain to just give it a try. Like, stop being a little bitch. Just try it. It's so good. So a long sigh escapes your lips as you put a hand to your forehead. Then you look back up at him and pout. 'Cause I'm... Yeah, erotica or vampires, it loves that shit. You gotta have a willingness to edit and not play in adventure mode, because otherwise it's hard mode. You're just gonna get raped. Raped or murdered, or turned into a vampire. Or all three of them at once. In the first sentence. All three, all of them at once. People are saying that it's not what the AI is fed, but I call bullshit on that. That has to be lies. There's no way. There's no way that this thing doesn't learn from what people give it. Chapters. 9 days, not chapters. Oh my god, AI, please. Give me an answer. It's getting later. People have to be leaving to go to bed, and give me some AI server time. Oh. Okay. Because I'm the princess of the seven. He cuts you off again. Underwater kingdoms? You look at him angrily. Yes, and I'm talking to you, a human, an uncivilized creature, not even worthy enough for me to breathe the same water as. You make a scoffing sound as you cross your arms. He looks down at himself, then back at you. He looks hurt for a moment, then brushes it off with another chuckle. He lets out a sigh of his own before saying, "Thank you." Nice diss. Oh, it's so good when it works. Thank you. You just called me human. The way he smiles, you would think you just told him you loved him. I've been trying to get you to do that for a while. Okay, that's weird. No. Alright, we're gonna cut that part. And then you let out an annoyed sigh and look away from him. You tuck some hair behind your ear before looking back at him. He just keeps staring at you with the same soft smile. It's unnerving. You decide to return your question. You give him a nod and then say... Okay. I'm cutting the... I've been trying to say that. What question was I asking him? Oh yeah, how dare he? Okay. So you decide to return to your questions. You give him a nod and then say, why did you cut my hair? You groan as you lift what is left of the lock on your head. Let's see. Why did you do it? AI doesn't know. You use your fingers. Okay, use your free hand to point at the ribbon tied lock in his hands. Maybe that'll work? Not sure. Maybe the lock. Maybe the lock is what's confusing it. Try that. No, give me something to work with, game, please. No, nothing. Nothing. I want an answer, and then I'll stop for the night. Oh. Okay. Gonna edit this before I read it out. No, I don't like it. I need to edit this further. Cutting this. Putting this here. Yeah, let's go with that. So, he makes a playful face as he looks at the lock. I need tangible proof of what I saw, he says proudly. Give him a disapproving look. He makes a humble smile as he says, I'll make you a promise, and I'm a man of my word. He lowers himself with a flourishing bow and grins up at you. I'll make it up to you. And that's where I'm going to stop. We didn't get anywhere again because the AI was kind of shitty. But when it worked, it was beautiful. So, shitty and beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in again for the third try. I love it. I love what we got. I love the potential of the story and where this could go. yes, so build up wise, we got the setup pretty nicely. The shipwreck, the beach, him waking up, and then the hair cutting that I really wanted to happen. We got all that. We got it. We got it nice and detailed and written a little bit better than usual because I actually care about the story rather than just like throwing shit into the wind and see where it goes. Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry it's so late. Stay safe and have a good start into the work week. Ugh. All right. Bye bye. Sleep well if you go to sleep still before you work.